Welcome everybody to another episode of Bet the Farm Podcast. I'm your host Eric Pfeffer, aka The Sheep. Alongside me, as always, we got to my right, and finally, the farmer is gonna hopefully rub off some hotness on me because I could definitely use it. So we got Jared Plotnick sitting next to me. As always, we got the pig Brandon Plotnick, and rounding out this great team, we got Miles Singer, aka the Milkman. I did allude to a huge softball game that we had last night. For those of you that didn't make it in attendance and couldn't check the box score, it was a 15-run rule after the fifth inning. We absolutely murdered them. So we are going to the playoffs, which is a huge accomplishment for our team, especially after the restart. We needed a few wins to get in. We did our job, and we're just getting ready for postseason baseball. For those of you that did make it, congratulations. We gave you all that merchandise, all those nice shirts. Like I said, if you didn't make it, still have plenty of shirts available. We got all sorts of memorabilia. So please hit us up, DM us. We would love to give you some merchandise. We got some great specials going on as well. For today's show, we're going to dive into the cash crop recap. As always, red card of the week is going to come up after that. We're going to break down the one and done picks from last week. And if you guys did not see golf picks with the Plotnicks last night, I did tell you it was going to be a good episode with a lot of info. It was the most viewers you guys have had on your show, so salute to you guys. You guys are doing the right thing. You obviously are giving some winners out, which is always a good thing. So the Masters, obviously, we're going to break that down a little bit. But if you missed out on it, we posted it on Instagram. So make sure you guys check that out because we're just going to be doing a little recap on that. We're going to break down our cash crops for this week. Obviously, with the Masters going on, a lot of good picks are going to be coming out of that department of the sport, golf. We got Stumped the Sheep as always. I had a nice week last week, so I'm excited. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of golf questions because it's the Masters. So I've done my research. I've done my homework. I'm looking forward to that. We'll have Worm Burners as always, which is basically our lock of the week, which is a heavy juice. And, we introduced Bail of the Hay Parlay last week. I think I was teasing like Pirates. I teased a bunch of underdogs. We'd have to run the tape. But all those underdogs won on opening day. There was like 3 huge underdogs that won. Tigers ended up winning. Pirates ended up winning. Very curious to see what I said because I was definitely drunk last week. So I'm not sure exactly what it was. But without further ado, I'm going to bring it over to Brandon the Pig Plotnick, and he's going to break down the cash crops from last week.
Let's do it. Let's give a little recap. I'm really excited for today's show after we get these recaps. Masters week. We got WrestleMania.
Oh.
We've got MLB is live in action. UFC is back this week. They took a week off, so there's a lot going on. But let's touch quickly on how we did last week. Overall, a 9-10 week, not the best. The sheep really fucked us in the ass. So
yeah, this is going to be my last week of cash crops, and if I do not produce a winning week, I will be sitting out until football season.
Take your pants off now that I think about it.
not only the pants off, but technically he shouldn't even be on the show because he had an offer this week.
Well, I had Nationals. Technically, they won their first game.
I guess, well, no.
Different team, though.
I guess you get the push part of it, so it's not a technical offer.
No, that is an offer. If you don't win, it's an offer.
All right, so I can't talk myself. I was 2-4. I had the Houston Baylor under of 134, lost by 3 points. That one really hurt. Padres -1.5 versus Arizona on opening day. They won by 1, so that one hurt as well. Rangers Royals over 9. That was awesome. The bet won in the first inning, so that was really fun to watch. Houston money line versus the A's. I told you guys, season long Houston, already 5-1 in the season. The team looks really good, so don't sleep on that.
Phillies too.
Phillies are looking good as well. Yeah, I took the Phillies. I think I like the Phillies over as well. And Braves unders, which kind of worked out.
Yeah.
And I took Ash Barty money line parlayed with the over of 21.5 in a parlay, and Ash Barty won in straight sets. I needed that third set, so I got the loss there. It was a plus 185 bet, so it wasn't anything to really beat myself up over. I took Doug Game over Matt Wallace in golf, and Matt Wallace finished top 5. He was in contention on Sunday, so that was a stinker. 2-4 puts me at 41, 37-3. It's 53%. Still beating bookies. Jared, 4-1 this week. Nice week, kid.
He's hot.
I'm just doing what I do. Clean sweep in golf, ready for the Masters.
Yeah, so clean sweep in golf. Hit Ricky over Phil. Spieth over Finau. Obviously, that one, considering Spieth won the tournament. Finau missed the cut. Kirk over Siwoo. Kirk had a top 10. And then he went with Marlins over the Rays. Him and Eric both were all over the Marlins with Sandy Alcantara on the mound, looking like a Cy Young though.
Showed.
Guy's a stud. It's just
Worst offense in the league.
this team can't score any runs. So, and then he hit on UCLA plus 14, which was a nice cash. So 50 and 30 and 7 for Jared, 63%. It's beautiful. And continuous with the winners, Miles 3 and 1. He always goes with 3 to 4 bets a week, and that's what's keeping his percentage afloat. We got to see if he can get to up to 7 or 8 bets like we do, and see how he fares at that point. But if he's just gonna keep betting NBA, wait till the NBA's over, then he's fucked. So we'll see how.
We're a team here.
That's true. Bucks minus 8.5 over the Lakers, cash it. Bulls plus 7.5 versus the Suns, cash it. Heat minus 2.5 versus the Warriors, cash it.
Now it gets sad.
And then went to the hard floor of tampons. Went with UConn plus or minus 10.5, and they lost outright.
Ooh.
How'd that one feel?
That was a tough one. That was
Paige Becker, guys.
I still love her.
No, it's Bukers.
Beckers.
Some say Bucher, some say Becker.
Exact response I wanted from him.
So Miles is 39 and 17 all time at a 70% clip. It's just beautiful. Eric, I'm gonna speed through this 0-4-1 shit record.
Giants blew the lead against Seattle.
I don't want your excuses. Houston plus 7 lost. Marlins lost. Giants
I was all over
lost.
my fade of the Tigers over. Said just fade Bieber and Tigers won outright. Just said the wrong things. I'm seeing the board.
So lost the A's money line, Indians, Tigers over, did not win. So he's at 32 and 42.
Wow.
That's 43%, Eric.
Yeah, but my winners are huge winners. So.
So we didn't have a bet the farm last week. Couldn't agree on one. Thank God we didn't. I think we were going to take the Marlins. So it kind of worked out. So no bet the farm for us on the week 9 and 10 overall. 167, 127. That's 57%. We got to get back to that 60% clip that we promised. But guess what? We're still not under 50%. We're not even under 55. Even with the VIGs, you're beating bookies with that record. It would take 40 losses and no more wins to even get to 50%. 40 straight losses.
Yeah.
So
Doing my part.
gotta like it.
Doing my part.
Well, do your part right now, Jared, and get someone the fuck out of here. Give someone a damn red card right now.
Oh, I'm up first? Wow. Well, this is a tough one. So you know what? Going off the one that had the best week today, it's only right that I get the red card of the week to myself. Like, make me sick, Jared. What is wrong with you? What did I say in golf pick with the Plotniks? Actually, we didn't do it last week, so I said it on the podcast, and I specifically said, I was like, you know what, like, Spieth at 10-1. I should just take him. That should be the only player on my card. But let me just take 3 other guys and wait and just play it out during the week. And I'm not taking Spieth. He pretty much went wire to wire. I'm not counting Camilo Villegas shooting 8 under and taking over his first-round leader as really being ahead of him because he never had a chance. So I think in my mind, Spieth went wire to wire. Red card of the week goes to myself for not just taking him 10-1 and hitting my 4th winner in 9 weeks. So Jared Plotnik, get the fuck out of here.
All right, I guess Jared's
second
not
time
taking
on the show.
any cash crops this week, so we're really going to have to carry our load between the 3 of us, considering he's done for the match. So, Eric, it's your
Yeah, no, I was actually.
Done for the segment.
I always think of last second, but yeah, I was gonna give it to Jared too. He literally mentioned about Jordan Spieth, and I've actually did that a couple weeks ago when Bryson won. I said I should probably take Bryson, and I didn't, so I know how he feels. But yeah, you were all over that one. But if you listen to the show during the golf picks, we're always gonna I feel like we always mention the guy that wins.
Yeah, and if I say something like that as a listener, and they're like, oh, his conviction makes a lot of sense. He doesn't have the balls to do it. Let me just take Spieth. So for all you out there, it's probably at least like 25 to 35,000 of you out there that were listening and decided to do that. Congratulations.
We do always say that what we take isn't necessarily what you should take every single time. We're trying to make you make informed decisions. Mm-hmm. That's especially what we talked about last night, was really trying to dive deep into analytics and give you guys the best opportunities to make the right decisions. Unfortunately, Eric and Jared are out for the rest of the show. It's going to be a two-man show between me and Miles because they both get red cards. Eric went over, Jared red carded himself. So Miles, just you and I. How you doing, buddy?
This is exactly what I wanted. You ready for mine?
Yeah, I sat next to you on purpose today.
Oh, I love it. My red card goes to ESPN and whoever produced the rankings for the under 25 years old players. I don't know if you guys saw that. They came out with rankings for under 25 players.
Of what?
Under 25 in the NBA of players. And this might be contrary to what most people want to believe, but LaMelo was at number 3 behind Luka and Zion. So that means LaMelo was placed above Devin Booker, Jason Tatum,
Mitch.
and Donovan
No,
Mitchell.
that's a red card.
That is a red card. And
Yeah.
I'm a huge LaMelo guy, but are you fucking kidding me?
He's going against Melo right now.
That's a red card. That is a red
I
card
said
on
that to you.
ESPN.
Stephen A. was like, this is
That's
sickening.
Like, I just don't understand that.
I mean,
I
that top 25 list fit Brit. It's got to be like a LaMelo homer is my point.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's like-
yeah, I mean,
Lost me there.
some could argue that I did it. You know, I love Zion, I love Luka too, but that's unacceptable. They had De'Aaron Fox at number 5 too.
He's wet.
Yeah, but none of these guys are worse than
Devin
LaMelo.
Booker gets absolutely no respect.
The only thing
No
that,
respect.
that's tricky with LaMelo is we haven't seen him with a full workload considering they have Devontae Graham, they've got Terry Rozier in Charlotte. So
Right.
what would he look like if he was the man? I know you would think what he looks like. Obviously, he already is a 10 in your books, but he'd be a 12. Yeah, so
Yeah. It's just extremely confusing how you can put him at number 3 over Devin Booker, over Jason Tatum, over Donovan Mitchell when
Yeah,
he
you're right.
my dog Lily always likes to be the 5th man or woman of the show. Is she ripping ass in her face
Yes.
right now?
Eric thought it was me. He was just trying to call me out for it. I said, no.
Lily, that's my
I smell
girl.
it. I know what you're smelling.
Hey.
No attention.
I made some sausage tonight, gave her a few bites. That's my girl.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah. Lily, that's red card of the week. Are we
Hey,
back
you're
in
out of
now?
the segment, buddy.
Yeah,
Red
I think
card.
we're back in. Lily just got the red card.
So is everyone red carded? Then you all get to play our own game.
Correct.
No, my red card of the week, in honor of Masters fashion, goes to Angel Cabrera, aka El
I
Pato.
think it's completely a fault.
So this guy has won the Masters. If you've ever won the Masters, you're able to play no matter how old you are. He always plays the Masters every year, but he was put on the DraftKings schedule, like he was able to be picked. But last minute they took him out, and it all came out that he's no longer eligible to be picked, and he's not eligible to play because he was just extradited to Argentina over a multiple felonies for what is it? Harassment.
It's like attempted murder of a
Tax
friend and
evasion,
a wife, tax
attempted
evasion.
murder. He tried to run over his wife. Apparently was saying "fuck you" to the cops when they were trying to get him to like be cooperative. He was just being completely uncooperative, trying to run people over, doing tax evasion, and he got extradited to Argentina. The guy's facing felony charges, might be sent to jail. El Pato, which means the duck for everybody at home. Angel Cabrera, you just got a red card.
wow.
Poor thing.
So, in honor of Masters Weekend, I guess this is a fair transition. It is Masters Week, boys.
Let's go.
Best time of the year in April. Heard the course is
You
gonna
know,
play.
it feels like we know that the Masters was only, 6 months ago, or no, it was like, it was about 6 months ago, November. But it still feels like Masters Week, It didn't necessarily even feel like Masters Week at the time. It was a winter a Masters Week. Now we get it in the normal springtime. The azaleas are out. The courses, as they say,
Azaleas.
fast and firm. Everybody's out to play. You get the champions dinner with DJ.
I'm glad you brought it up. What would your dinner be if you could make the menu?
I like this question.
It's a great question.
If I could pick one dinner in the world,
What would your appetizer be?
appetizer, ooh, that's tough.
No, I'll let you deliberate for a second. Mine's pretty easy.
'Cause
I'm
I know
just
my
getting
main
wings plus
course.
wings for appetizer, regular meal, and dessert.
I'm getting a bonsai brownie for appetizer.
My main course is 100% surf and turf. I know that without a doubt in my mind. Give me lobster tails and a fresh filet mignon.
You do
Definitely.
love a filet.
And I think for an appetizer or at least a side dish, I'm getting a nice Caesar salad, or maybe even a wedge salad.
wedge.
Gotta
Super
love a
crisp.
wedge salad.
Lobster mac and
Ooh,
cheese bites.
Oh.
I'd say that's a good call though. A nice
Harry
soup.
Higgs fired
It's
me up.
hard to beat a nice soup appetizer, like a pasta vajul. Like if you're gonna have an Italian deal, come on.
Lobster bisque.
I love that question
Lobster
though.
biscuit's
I wish I
fire.
would have thought about that
Yeah,
before.
that's a
I would have
great
had a
question.
really good meal laid out for
Yeah.
you. Damn. By the end of the show, I might have
I
a full
was fired
course
up
meal
with
for
Harry
everybody.
Higgs Philly cheesesteaks.
Peach cobbler, what do you do for dinner or for dessert? I mean,
Well, obviously,
I'd say
molten cake, like the
yeah,
brownie
molten
with
lava
vanilla
cake,
ice
100%.
cream.
It's got to be ice cream and a brownie with a lot of chocolate coming out.
A lot of it.
I love cheesecake too. Maybe a key lime pie. Ooh, I
Whoa.
love me key lime pie. Or
Let's dive into the Masters and just give us a recap of who your picks were to win the tournament.
Jared got a red card. He's not allowed to speak. I'll let him back in once everybody gets red carded. No, I'm kidding. I'll be done with that joke shortly. But frankly, Fuck everyone. If you're on this show now and you haven't listened to Golf Picks with the Ponics, I'm not giving you a single reasoning right now as to who I'm picking. I'm just going to tell you my picks. If you want reasoning, go back and listen. If you want to just tail blindly, I wouldn't blame you. We've already hit 3 winners in 14 events this year. By my count, if you take picks consistently, you'd be up 60 units on our golf picks so far this year. So I'm going to take Cantlay at 25-1. I'm going to take Brooksy Poo at 30-1. Hideki at 50-1, Fitzpatrick at 66-1, and C, shaking that ass at 110-1. And I did also, I do have a book where I get free plays. So if you lose a lot of money, they give you free money. You gotta love how that works. They gave me $150 free dollars, and I threw it all on Rory at 18-1. So technically, I am also in on Rory at 18-1.
Oh, you must not have hit any of those golf winners on that site then. If you're
on that site, but I only use that
picks,
site for my long shots, which is why I'm not hitting anything because all the studs keep winning this year.
Yeah, that's normally why I don't take any. So
I'll leave the farmer for last because you're the heavy hitter.
Yeah,
you got
go-
third on this team.
go get him, Tiger.
Quick breakdown. Yeah, you nailed it. Roy McIlroy, his number is beautiful. He's chasing the career Grand Slam, getting 16-1, as the farmer always alludes to. You know, those core golfers that are always near the top of the odds. He's kind of that odd man out this week, so gonna throw a lot of money on Rory, just like Brandon did with the free play. I got him at 16-1. Also backing Cantlay, I didn't get 25-1. I have 18-1, so shame on me. But still, I like his form. Of course, he's always near the top 10 on this course, so look for him to be in contention. Webb Simpson, 35-1. They showed feature groups and feature pairings. He wasn't even near on any of them, so maybe that will calm him down. And then, of course, my favorite golfer, Jason Day, 50-1. If you add up the last, I think, like 10 to 12 rounds at the Masters, he is near the top 5 on that leaderboard in average on strokes under par. It's just about him putting 4 rounds together. So those are my 4 for the Masters, and one of them are going to win. Just don't know who.
Look, my job now is, before I even interject, is to tell you, and as you listening at home, you're going to tell the difference here when I talk about it. It's all mostly about value. So if I was Eric right now, what he's doing,
Get a new book.
I want to be betting on golfers outright because he's getting the worst numbers possible. And in the long run, there's no way he's even going to make money if he's... Yeah, 16-1. You can find Rory out there at 20-1 if you wanted to. I mean, that's a 25% difference.
My hands are
They're
tied.
not
I
really
can't
tied.
lay at
They're tied
18
because you
maybe.
want them to be tied. You can find a way to untie them. And
Even Jason Day at 50, you could get him at 75.
Yeah, I mean, I see him right now on this book at 65 as I'm showing you.
Good. Put
He's
down
right
for
there.
me $25.
Too bad I already maxed out my limit on him because I love me some Jason Day this week. So I'll go backwards here. 65-1 on my card, Jason Day. What a disrespectful line. Again, if you want to hear my reasoning, you can go watch last night it's on our Instagram at Bet the Farm Podcast. Other than that, I took Sergio Garcia also at 65-1. Ball striking wizards, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for ball striking. We're looking for, you can get lucky putting, but solid putters. What did you say you got Webb Simpson at, Eric?
35.
I got him at 50-1. Webb Simpson. This kind of track that.
Just stop saying the odds you get him at. Just say who you're taking.
Counts. Win's a win.
And Daniel Berger, 40-1. And to lead off my card, Patrick Cantlay at 25.
Wow.
to
All
1.
3 of us on Patrick Cantlay. When's the last time we all took the same bet?
Justin Thomas.
And,
players.
and before that, Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, well, Eric's like, well, not really.
He said he took Morikawa and he didn't.
But I was in on Jason.
I forgot about that.
That's what happens when you run the podcast at your father-in-law's and you're too preoccupied and you forget to put in your bet afterwards. But also, I'm looking at Bryson DeChambeau. If you're listening to this podcast come Thursday morning, he doesn't tee off till the afternoon. You see if someone gets off to a hot start, if he starts off with a bogey or something. I couldn't bet him at 10-1. If I see him anything less than 16-1, I'll be taking him as well.
Love that insight.
With
And
I think it's when he does decide to win the Masters, he's going to win by 5 shots or more. Like, he's just going to absolutely run away with it.
Yeah, but if he bogey the first
No, of
2
course.
holes, or like 2 of the first 4 holes at the
the
Masters
hardest.
are really hard.
Yeah.
So it's like if he starts off with a bogey right away, obviously the way that the algorithms are set up, it doesn't take into account the hard holes and the unhard holes. So like if he bogeys the first, it's just an algorithm. It's like, oh, he's +1. You got leaders already there in the clubhouse at 6 under. Okay, we're gonna drop him 5 points. Just like that, you get him from going down from 11-1 to 16-1, and just like that. I mean, but I'm with you. I think this week they're saying the greens are gonna be really fast. It's gonna be a bomb and gouge kind of style, which I think he can dominate because the reason I really like Jason Day if you didn't listen to our show last night, though, spoiler alert, is that I like guys with really high ball flights, people close to the pin, because these greens will be so fast that you're not going to be able to stop the ball. I mean, we've watched Masters in the past. I remember 5 years ago, someone thinks they hit a perfect shot, it rolls all the way off because they're hitting a 6-iron from the fairway. If you have a guy like Bryson who's bombing the ball 350 and instead he's hitting a wedge, he's hitting it way high in the damn air, you're going to be able to stop the ball as opposed to guys that aren't. So I really like. I mean, if Bryson just is clicking a little bit, I think he can dominate.
We'll see how the Masters sets the course up. That's going to change everything. I mean, any day of the week they could put pin locations, except for Sunday, wherever they want to, and they could change the way the course plays. They could make it softer if they want to. We talked about that last night. But I love what you talked about with watching the live lines, especially if you're listening to this on Thursday. That is like, it's imperative on Thursday to really watch the live market because they are the live odds just they're so stupid. They don't understand, like you said, it's an algorithm. They don't understand the concept of, you know, the way things work, where a guy could tee off in the afternoon, and just because people went low in the morning, his odds are going to skyrocket. And he didn't even tee off, and you can get him at higher odds.
Perfect example is when you guys took JT. I mean, he had an okay first round, went off on the weekend, and ended up winning the tournament.
I got him at 32-1 live.
And not only that, but another thing I talked about very heavily last night, but I'll still mention one more time, and this is the last I'll talk about the Masters before we get into our picks later, is the fact that this is an 87-man field. Of those, about 10 of them are previous winners that are above 50 years old, so they've got no chance to win. 3 to 5 of those are amateurs, so you're knocking out 50 people off the board, and the top 50 make the cut. It's really not that hard to be in contention at the Masters. It's just not.
As long as the player, I think, at this tournament, if you're within 10 shots, you don't get cut.
Correct.
They changed that.
Yeah, they did change that, but it doesn't matter.
That's not a thing anymore.
It's
just top 50 in ties.
Are you sure it wasn't a COVID thing?
They changed it, and it's official.
Okay.
It's moving forward.
All right. Well, either way, let's talk about last week's one and done at the Valero Texas Open. It's a perfect prelude into Miles Singer. Never talks about anything. Doesn't even say his golf picks, but decided to take Jordan Spieth at 10-1. Didn't even say anything on the podcast. Barely said anything in the group chat, but told me secretly that he took Jordan Spieth 10-1.
And I took him and Ricky. Those are the only two I took.
So, congratulations, kid.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't give congrats if you don't say it on the pod. It's not official until it's on the pod.
We had to talk about this. It's the year of the Spieth. I've been saying it all year long since we started talking about golf in January 5th for the Sony Open, or the Tournament of Champions. It's the year of the Spieth. And guess what? He's back.
He is back. Happy for him.
I know.
Beautiful to see.
Isn't he like a good guy to root for? Just like someone to be happy for? You know what? I ran a poll on Bet the Farm of who's the better guy to root for. Like, who do most people on tour like? JT or Spieth?
Spieth.
JT won.
What?
Yeah, I was going to say,
most people think that the tour likes JT more than they like Spieth.
Yeah, because Spieth hasn't competed in 4 years. That's why.
Spieth was
but some people,
it's
but it's also known that some people don't like Spieth, the way he yaps and the way he talks to his caddy.
I love it.
The last hole.
Some people do, but some people don't.
Yeah.
The last hole, they're going back and forth between 8-iron and 3-wood, and Greller's
He's
like,
yapping.
3-wood, yeah. And then he's like, give me the 8-iron. This is ridiculous. Like,
If you want to watch someone that only likes another human being because they pay them money for their job, watch Jordan Spieth's caddy when Jordan Spieth talks to him. He's just always he just doesn't want to listen to him because all Jordan Spieth does is yap.
Oh, come on. He loves him.
Brandon, you love him until you're the most biased person here, so you can't even talk about it. All right?
He just went through a 3-year hiatus and stuck by him the whole way. If he thought he sucked,
the whole 3 years he was yapping in his ear. He was just paying his checks for
he would have
him.
left. He would have gone and go.
He would have left? No,
he would
he's
have caddied for somebody else.
Why would you leave
He's Michael Greller. He's a 3-time major caddy. He would have gone and worked for anybody else. Jason Day, someone else who was on the up and
He's a
coming.
3-time major caddy. Like, it's all his fault.
Bones Mackay. Look at Bones Mackay. Everybody would want Bones Mackay.
Yeah, I want him so much that he's calling games calling the.
That's 25 years later, you idiot.
No, you're right, because Bones has been so good forever only because
Phil
of himself.
Mickelson.
No, as I'm saying,
Because he worked for Phil Mickelson.
your point is
for
he's
25 years.
he's a 3-time major caddy because it's all because of the caddying. No, it's because he was fucking Jordan Spieth's caddy who was the hottest golfer for 3 months in a row.
My point is anybody would want Greller on their bag, 100%.
And my point is, why would he want to? I would put up with him talking in my ear, annoying the shit out of me if he's making me millions of dollars a year. So it goes both ways.
All right, Valero Texas Open. Jordan Spieth came out victorious. Let's do a quick one-and-done recap. Jared had Chris Kirk, I think. He wouldn't even tell me. I'm pretty sure he had Chris Kirk.
I literally told you when you
All
asked
right,
me.
he finished T9. Nice hit. You keep talking shit. I'm going to take you to the fucking
Talk
barn.
shit. You talk shit to me saying I tell you, and I did tell you.
You got a red card earlier. Don't maybe give you another one.
Yeah, I gave it to myself at least. You should probably do this to yourself as well.
I don't deserve one yet. I might soon. Who knows? Some of my bets are a little out there. So he got Chris Kirk T9. That's about $250,000. Puts him at about 2.1 mil. Eric had Cooch.
Solid.
T12 finish, 171K. Eric's at 3.25K, so or 3.25 mil. Jared, you're still chasing about a mil. Miles had Finau missed the cut. His reasoning was because he rolled his ankle, and it had some correlation that made no sense. Which the irony that I tried to remind Miles of is that when Finau did that, it was at the Masters. Like, this was the week to take Finau, not last week. But I took Sam Burns. I don't even want to talk about it. I haven't even reached a milli yet, so just leave me.
I'm good with my one and dones. I'm good for something on this show.
All right, do one right now, kid.
Easy money. Rory McIlroy. Major season, chasing the Grand Slam title. Give me Rory McIlroy.
I'm going next. I'm taking Cantlay because I'm hoping to snipe Jared.
First off, that's just a scumbag move. We go in order here. So now you can officially give yours. If you're not going to do it, I'm giving you yourself your red card. So now you're not talking for the next 5 minutes. But luckily, I wasn't going to take him because I'm not a jabroni like yourself. So give me.
You bet him, and I'm a jabroni.
We mute his mic, please.
Thank you.
I'm going none other than Bryson DeChambeau.
Nice.
He wins his first Masters this year.
Oh, I thought you were going to say me.
Yeah, but you're red carded, so you couldn't call me out.
Miles.
I'm going Brooks Koepka. He only cares about majors.
You
He's
were
a great
guy
time to
playing
take
on
him.
one leg.
He's acting hilarious on social media out of nowhere.
Actually,
Yeah,
no,
it's
he has
like
no
living
chance.
loose.
He has
Yeah,
nothing.
living
He's
loose.
just playing around this week. He's probably going to show up drunk to his
all
round.
Brooks Koepka.
Does he not
Yeah.
care, or is this? I think this is almost his way of saying, like, count me out and watch me fucking just crush your souls.
No, I think his way of saying I'm counting myself out. I'll just may as well be funny and like let people know,
fun.
like let them know in front and before I come in last place and lose to Ian Woosnam that that hey, you should have expected
Dude,
this, people.
Fred Couples to finish before Brooks Koepka this week.
Wow, is that
You
your?
can't even take that.
That should be the double
And
down
you know
pants
who's
off.
definitely going to finish? Top 10, Bernard Langer.
He had a good run last year.
Guy's a magician.
Hey, wait till our Bill
Hey,
parlays later.
Fast
for
and firm, burn on longer has a chance here.
You're a legend.
Fast and firm.
Fast and firm. Hashtag fast and firm. That's going to be the MO of the episode. Well,
We have one and dones are down. Might as well just jump right into the cash crops.
we can go across the board,
Let me
but
just go first, and no one's gonna want to. Like, if I go last,
yeah,
no one's gonna want to hear.
yeah.
well, we got to go sport by sport. It's the only fair
I'm
way.
gonna go golf. I'm taking the Miles approach this week. I got 4 games, no baseball, no hockey. I'm going 3 golf matchups, all first round matchups. All right.
Wow.
Tomorrow starting.
That's called chasing.
All plus money. So win 2 out of 3. I'm gonna make you some good money. Give me Rory over Rom. Rom just had a baby, so probably hasn't been practicing a lot, not spending time. Rory, this is his tournament. I'm gonna ride Rory to the very end. You got plus 110 over Ram Bo in the first round. Next pick, Jordan Spieth. Great, you won. Awesome. You're on your high horse. Give me Colin Morikawa over Jordan Spieth. Morikawa is more. He's more set up. I feel like he's more ready for this tournament than Jordan Spieth. Yes, he just won. He's
I'll
playing
take it
great
to the
golf.
barn on that.
We can. Plus 115, give me the odds and the value of Morikawa. And then I know you said you were going to take Matt Fitzpatrick, but ew, I hate him. Give me Tommy Fleetwood plus 125. He actually plays really well at this course. Those are 3 good prices on 3 great golfers. I'm probably on the wrong side of all of them, but give me all 3 of those.
Yeah, when you have lack of confidence like you have right now, taking plus money can't kill you. But chasing in the first round too, that's more of a coin flip. So
Those
They're
are
all
just
playing
your
for
golf. Those are just your golf picks.
Yeah, and then I got one more, but on soccer.
All right, no, we'll stay at that.
this
for
is
later.
strictly cash crops, right? So I'll follow you up, and I have 8 cash crops this week, and they're all Masters head-to-heads.
Oh my
And they're all
god!
I gotta
72
write these
holes.
down.
All right, so
Fuck.
get ready for it, and just. Actually, Eric's gonna like this because I've done a little more research than him. But starting with it, my pick that I think is gonna win.
Full game, not just first round, right? Full,
72
full
holes,
match.
correct. Bryson DeChambeau over John Rahm. He's plus 100. I get Bryson plus 100, and John Rahm said today he hasn't even picked up a club because he just had a baby last week. He hasn't even picked up a club the last week. He just showed up today to the Masters. Probably got 9 holes in. He's chilling. He's just gonna go out there and play. Rahm, he's the kind of guy that is gonna be a head case. So no, he's gonna get his ass kicked. So other than that, you want my reasonings for these guys I don't like, just go watch yesterday's show. But I got Brian Harmon minus 115 over Carlos Ortiz. Really love the lefty here. I got C. Kim, 2 weeks in a row. I had to give that to the audience. Over Matt Jones, minus 115.
Yeah, no, that's a good pick.
Matt Jones on a little
I
hangover.
like Sue Kim, but I just think Matt Jones is.
Yeah. Who I really like this week, who I'm going to target in top, I'll talk about it a little later, but Phil Mickelson, plus 105 against Ian James Poulter. Really like him recently. His ball striking has been impeccable, as we didn't talk about on the pod yesterday.
Tailing that without is out of my mind.
Yeah, Webb Simpson, minus 145 against Terrell Hatton. Terrell Hatton's played this course like shit in the past, and he's been in bad form recently. Really like Webb here. Give me Danny Berger, minus 130 over Eric's boy. I don't want to say his nickname that we call him. No, but Cameron Smith. I don't want to say it.
Finished
You're gonna give
second
yourself-
last year. Be careful.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to take a breather, though. Say what you want to say, because I can see Miles. He's writing so hard right now. I can't really keep up with all the picks I'm giving. You good? You up
This
to date?
is called respect.
I got them.
I know.
You're
That's why
good.
I'm respecting you writing them down. So
I'm good.
all right, we got two more. Patrick Cantlay, minus 135 over Finau. Finau, the last 2 weeks, has lost 4 strokes or more with his driver in each tournament, which that is his main weapon. You don't want to see someone's main weapon lead them. You know who's the last golfer you saw main weapon lead them? Ricky Fowler's putter, and he's been atrocious ever since. You never want to see that. And last but not least, I'm getting Jordan Spieth at plus 130 over JT. I mean, again, this is just, I've learned in the past, you don't fade Jordan Spieth when he's red fucking hot. So I'm getting him at plus money against Justin Thomas. Give me Jordan Spieth. Those are my 8 head-to-heads.
I'll be tailing every single one of those.
Okay, Miles, you go, because well, actually, if you don't have anything in golf, I guess I'll just rattle them off. I'm going to go off the rails here. I'm not going to go matchups like I typically do, because I think there's too much value elsewhere. Got to realize this is the Masters. I talked about this earlier. 87-man field, you can almost eliminate 20 of them right off the board. You know what that means to me? Automatic take top 20 bets. It's not hard to finish top 20 at the Masters when you're a good player, and it's easy to make the cut here. So I'm going to ride Tony Finau top 20 at even money. The guy has been in contention in the last 2 Masters. I mean, I'm talking top 10 finishes at even money. I'll take Tommy at top 20 odds at plus 120. Love that. Tommy shows up in majors typically. Not that he wins them, but he tends to show up and finish, towards the top of the leaderboard. I'm not saying that he's going to win the tournament. I'm just saying he's
All
going
it
to.
takes is a good Sunday. Like
That's all. Top 20 bets are wonderful at plus money for studs like this. You're taking Tommy Fleetwood's one of the best players in the world. I'm taking Abraham Answer top 20 plus 200. Another guy who actually fits this course perfectly, especially if it rolls hashtag fast and firm. A guy who doesn't really hit the ball that long, but who's an unbelievable approach player and can really get it going on the greens at plus 200 to finish top 20. Love that bet. My matchup this week, I alluded to it yesterday on the Golf Picks with the Plotnik show. Fade DJ. I gave my reasoning. I don't necessarily need to go too deep into it, but fade DJ. Give me Rory over DJ at plus 125 this week. DJ, a lot of media attention. Rory coming in way under the radar. Not only that, there's only been 3 guys that have ever gone back-to-back major winners or Masters winners in a row. Not going to name who they are because we may talk about this on Stump the Sheep later.
And he definitely didn't listen last night.
And he definitely didn't. That's why I did it. I did it on purpose because I know he didn't listen to it. And I just think this is a good fade DJ spot. He hasn't even been playing that good of late. Rory coming in, question marks after the Players. This guy is the type that could dial it in real quick. He's going for the Grand Slam. At plus money, I'll take that. And let's talk about my most favorite bet when it comes to the Masters this week. Will there be a hole-in-one? Yes.
What is that?
Minus 175, yes.
yeah.
Cash crop it.
Oh, that's a lot of excitement.
I think it's hole 16 every year.
Minus 175.
Yeah.
Lay the juice. What do we say?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that
Juice
just like,
doesn't matter if you know you're gonna win.
it
Thank
funnels
you.
into the hole
Hole
on the left.
16 every year.
Like funnels in.
There's
Okay, baby.
no doubt in my mind. And honestly, I was doing some research. If it's fast and firm, as they say it's going to be,
Better.
that gives them way more opportunities to make hole-in-ones because you could let the ball run into the hole. It's so much easier, especially the way that the holes roll. There's a lot of bowls that lead towards the pin, especially on Sunday. Get ready for a hole-in-one, boys.
I love it.
That's it for my Masters picks.
Any other picks?
Good luck, everybody.
Well, I got Masters picks, and they're not cash crops. Those are going to be more of the miscellaneous types.
Well, then I guess it goes to me.
Let's
right?
move on. We talked about golf a little bit too long.
I think we should go to the hardwood. We're most consistent. 4 picks like usual. Tonight, it's going to be in our story at 9 p.m., April the 7th, Wednesday. We have the Nuggets minus 6.5 against the Spurs, and they're at home. Nuggets are one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. Just acquired Aaron Gordon. I think they're 5-0 in their last 5 games. Minus 6.5 against the Spurs. The Spurs are terrible. I love that.
No Jamal Murray.
Suns +2 against the Jazz. You guys know I love the Jazz, but I always say if you're going to give the Suns points, I'm going to take them. I'm taking the Suns +2.
You also say take the Jazz against the spread every time.
Yeah, well, I'm giving points with the Suns. They're at home.
He does. He's conflicting himself.
I love
the
the
Suns at
Suns
home.
+2.
Plus, I like that.
April 8th, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, we have the Clippers -5, fading the Suns tomorrow night. Suns coming off a back-to-back. Clippers got a lot to prove right now. Love the Clippers -5. 10 o'clock as well, the Kings -4.5 against the Pistons. Marvin Bagley, respond to me one day, okay? That's all I got to say on that. We're probably going to go 3-1 or 4-0 like usual.
I'm going to switch roles here and go to a different sport. UFC took a week off, but guess what, boys? We are back. No UFC show this week because it's not a huge card, but I have some nice picks that I think everybody at home is going to want to tail. Mackenzie Dern versus Ansarov. She is +120. Ansarov, just for everybody at home and just for you guys' own knowledge, is Amanda Nunes' wife. They're married. Ansarov, it's a woman. It's a woman. And they have a surrogate child. This is her first fight back since she had her surrogate child. She's the one that had the baby. It's her first fight back. She's only 10-6 in her career. She's facing Dern, who's only lost 1 fight in her whole career. She's beaten some legit studs. This woman's coming off first having a baby, second laid off for 2 years. She hasn't fought since 2019. And she's plus money, and Dern has beat some real studs at +120. That's an auto bet for me. Taking Mackenzie Dern.
I'm convinced.
I'm taking Mike Perry versus Rodriguez under 2.5. If you guys know Mike Perry, the guy is a scrapper. He's the type that's going to meet you in the middle and throw haymakers. And he is going to try to knock you out, and he doesn't care if he gets knocked out. And the under is 2.5 at +110 in a 3-round fight. That is an auto bet as well. With plus money, under 2.5. Mike Perry, Rodriguez, under 2.5. Cash it.
I like those. I'll be telling those. Convince me all the way. Well, I got one more off the
I'm done.
the record.
I'm only golf.
This is my 4th pick. Europa League playoffs tomorrow. AS Roma taking on. It's not Ajax. It's Ajax. Over/under set at 3 goals. Over.
All right. I like that. I was thinking about, I was thinking about going to EPL. I was going to take Liverpool -1 versus Aston Villa this week. I was going to have a cash crop it. I bet it already, but I didn't have enough conviction. I think that if you look at the table right now,
they have to win.
They're only 3 points back of a 4th spot to get into the Champions League.
Spurs
it's
are close.
super. Yeah, they're only
They
3.
choked
They're
a lot.
also only 3 points back. They're both at 49 to get to Champions League contention. I think they're 3 points back. So everybody's really in a tight race right now. Stay tuned for some EPL plays, guys. Don't forget that there's EPL going on.
Absolutely.
I know that it's crazy. We got MLB, we got UFC, we got NHL. And don't forget this. I wanted to mention this as well. Next week is going to be our preview for the NFL draft.
Holy shit.
We're going to have some NFL draft bets.
You know, I had special requests. Bruce, my father-in-law, really, we redid the garage, TV in there. Some banners up. We can probably get the Bet the Farm banner if you can get me another one.
Hey,
I'll get one in there.
I'll
He would
go.
love to have the team over for an NFL draft preview show or NFL draft podcast. So just throwing that out there.
I'll definitely allow that on one condition, and the condition is when me and Brandon take a golfer, you have to agree to take it and not take it. Because last time we did a garage show with Bruce, we hit on that
100%.
winner. So
100%.
Morikawa.
That's easy money.
Jared, wrap us up, kid.
I told you all I got was golf. I'm done.
All right.
8 golf cash crops.
So
That's
you know what time it is, Eric.
Stomp the sheep.
Bang. All right, 3-2 last week. I keep giving you
That was
gimmies.
4-1.
Now you went 3-2. You lost the last 2. Are you?
Do it, baby.
Because I asked you who was at the top of the Western Conference and you blew it. You said
That was
Lakers
terrible.
#1. So you're 20-16 overall. It's a winning record. It's better than your cash crops.
Better what I did on that fucking SAT.
All right, this is gonna be a fun one. Different sports, but Dustin Johnson won the Masters last year. What score did you win it at?
I just heard it, -20.
Bang.
Ding, 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 ding. I gave you the easy one early, buddy.
I
So,
was coming out of the gates firing.
Don't
I gotta
enjoy-
go right to the lifeline.
yeah. All right, let's move to the diamond. 2 teams in the MLB started the season 5-1. That's the best in each conference. They're both in different conferences. Who are they?
Astros and Dodgers.
Astros and the Reds.
Oh, I was gonna be my next pick. Wait, whoa.
The Astros
Dodgers
are 5-2.
4-1, right? Huh?
Astros are 5-2.
The Astros?
Oh, sorry. The Dodgers are 5-2. They lost today. You just watched it.
Oh, well, before the show they were 5-1.
You watched the loss. We watched it together.
Gosh.
Hey, I told you I'm gonna stump the sheep,
That's
kid.
bullshit.
I said there was 2 teams, too, not 3. You didn't even mention the Reds.
Well, you're gonna be my next pick.
All right, let's move on to the third. I already alluded to this earlier. 3 guys have won the Masters Championship back-to-back years. Who are they?
Well, it's Tiger, Jack Nicklaus, probably. Or Arnold Palmer. Well, Jared was on the show last night, so you should.
That's so unfair. That's too unfair.
Yeah, we can't do that.
All right, so Tiger. I mean, is it Tiger, Jack, and Arnie? I feel like it's some random.
The main reason I said it was unfair because I remember the first 2, but not the third.
You know?
I know he got the first 2 right, so just
You don't remember the third?
I don't remember the
I
third.
mentioned it last night on the
Tiger,
pod.
Jack.
I know
that's my
the
point.
I will tell you, it's Tiger and Jack.
Yeah, I
And
knew you got
the third
those
one's
right.
not Arnie.
I know.
trying to-
Someone fucking. I'm
looking.
Cheater.
I didn't say anything.
Larry Mize?
Miles goes, I know who it was, and he's looking at my computer.
I mean,
It's not Larry Mize.
No,
I'll,
I'd say
I'll
Larry.
give you.
I think.
Is he playing in this year's tournament?
No.
Yeah. I think he's like.
I know who he
I think
is.
it's
Gary
like the old
Player?
school legend.
I'm gonna knock you out.
No, I'm saying like I would have known who he was.
No, you know who?
Sam
he is.
Snead?
Yeah.
No.
I give up.
I thought it was Sam Snead.
Sir Nick
Nick Faldo.
Faldo.
Back to back.
Yes.
First off, all right, red card of the week, number 2, Sir Nick Faldo. The guy won 2 Masters, and he hasn't played the last 7 years because he'd rather commentate. Makes me sick. You know how many of us would love to just go out there, play around out there just for shits and giggles? Screw you, Sir Nick Faldo.
What about Immelman? Didn't do it this year.
Yeah,
Again, back-to-back years.
3rd red card, Immelman. And now, Angel Cabrera, you don't really get one because you're in jail. Sorry.
Shit, I'm 1-2.
And that should have led to your 3rd red card for Woosnam.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that was supposed to be my main one. So you know what? We'll go 4th red card, impromptu. Ian Woosnam, for those out there. 2 years ago, he said that it was going to be his last Masters because his back was really hurting him.
And he
couldn't
can't
play
handle the
anymore.
walk on Augusta.
So he played. They did a whole stun off for him, which they normally do for all the old fogies that say they're done. And then guess what? This year, out of nowhere, the Stugatz is strong in him. He just goes, "Oh, my back is feeling great. I'm playing again." So Ian Woosnam's playing again this week. Are they gonna? If they do the whole farewell tour on them again, you know what my red card of the week's gonna be next week.
Who got left out because he's playing?
No one. It's just like, if
None, they
you
just
won,
the
you
field
just
gets
there's
less.
no
That's what
like.
I'm saying. If he wasn't, someone would have
No,
been.
no, that's how it works with the Masters.
If you won the
Oh,
Masters,
no.
you get a spot. If not, nobody else gets it.
Yeah.
And it's weird this year. There's only 3 amateurs. Usually there's like 5 to 7. I don't know why.
Yeah, because that's all right. So 6th red card of the week to the Masters for not having John Pack in it, the best
I agree.
amateur in
He's
all
the number 1 amateur in the world.
college golf who plays at FSU. Guy is monster, and for some reason he didn't get invited. So
All right.
another one.
You're 1 and 2 so far.
2 halves.
You got a battle.
It should be like 1.5. And one.
You call yourself the sharp on the ice.
Who's the coach?
No. it's even better, I think. We know that the Florida Panthers are tied for the most points in the NHL right now. But who has the least amount of points in the NHL right now? There's only one
That is
team,
so easy.
and they are like 8 points below anybody.
Yeah, I'll bring Jared in.
The Buffalo Sabres.
Correct.
They're so bad.
Correct. They are
They
awful.
lost like 16 in a
I
row.
think that's my first time I ever hit on a lifeline.
Wow, nice one. I can't believe you knew that so easily.
Yeah,
I had to look that up, obviously.
They'd lost 16 in a row. There's no way
That's
they
crazy.
had to have been in the
I remember you
last
saying
play.
that to me the other day. You're like, what? 2 and 2. The big shebang, and you can't bring anybody in. Here we go. And I'm so happy about this question that this is a make or break. Because you're the biggest WWE fan I know. If you fucking say something, Miles, I'm going to
didn't
knock
say
you out.
shit.
Stop looking at my computer.
Check that tape. I wouldn't have known
This
this
is
anyway.
He keeps looking at my computer
What does it
trying to give
matter?
him hints.
No.
Get out of here.
He pointed to his nose. I don't know if he wanted to flick the bag or I don't know what he wanted. I didn't say shit.
All right, WrestleMania is this weekend. Who's headlining the main event at WrestleMania? You're the biggest WWE fan I
I
know.
wish you would ask me something about last year. She did it again. It stinks.
That's why her nose is in my leg.
You know what else stinks? Him trying to think of this. There's no chance.
I mean, just go with two of the most popular wrestlers.
There's girls. There's 2 title fights.
The main event of the evening.
Roman Reigns.
That's the one.
And he's fighting. I think he's fighting Daniel Bryan.
That's 2, but there's a third.
The Rated R Superstar. Edge. Let's go.
I thought you had no chance.
Let's go.
Lily's too excited.
Let's go.
Wow.
I knew it wasn't Drew McIntyre, but like sometimes they do women's.
Lily.
That's unreal.
Edge Rated R. He's
She
back.
can't get down.
Wait, how many hints did he give you?
0, I promise. I knew it was Drew McIntyre.
I didn't say shit.
I've been following on on Instagram. I knew Drew McIntyre. I'm sorry. I knew Roman Reigns is fighting Daniel Bryan. But then
Never
I
even
knew-
heard of Daniel Bryan.
I knew Edge was in it, but like I knew Daniel Bryan got in it somehow.
Wow, that was crazy. I thought you had no shot at that,
3 and
especially
2?
the way that your face looked. Another 3 and 2 week. That's 3 weeks in a row at 3
Well
and 2.
done. Well done.
Well done, bro.
You guys, thank you.
All right. Worm burners, bale of hay parlays. Let's get some more bets for the people at home. Some locks.
Well, I'm not gonna. I'll just go quickly on ones which my golf picks. I mean, I guess you can call it a bale of hay, but it's not really a parlay. But it's first round leaders, baby. And I'm giving you 3 first round leaders in golf come tomorrow, which is Thursday morning. So you better listen to this quickly. Jason Day 60-1, Siwoo Kim 90-1, Phil Mickelson 90-1. I won't go into depth there because again, it's already tomorrow morning. But other than that, I'm going to give you top Australian out there, and guess who I'm going with at plus 280? None other than good old
Jason Day.
He's got to beat Cameron Smith. He's got to beat Adam Scott. He's got to beat Mark Leishman. He's in great form. Give me Jason Day. I'm going to take the continental European, the top continental European.
What?
For those at home, I'm not even sure what that really means. You got to go look it up. But I'm going to go with Francesco Molinari at plus 1,200. There was only like 5 other. Let's see if I can find this. I don't know. I think I lost it. But there's only like 5 other continental Europeans that were ahead of him. And I don't like any of them. I think it was including the Spaniards. So it was like John Rahm, who I'm fading, Sergio Garcia, who I like, but who could easily implode. Yada, yada, yada. Give me him. And last but not least, I'm going top Scotsman.
Ooh.
Martin Laird plus 130, and it's literally just between him
And Russell Knox.
No, Knox is not in it. It's McIntyre.
Oh, Big Bobby Mack.
Who I
The
like.
lefty.
I like him a lot, but it's his first time playing.
Debutante.
You got a debutante there, and actually there's a third Scotsman, but I don't think I'm worried about him because it's Sandy Lyle, the 60-year-old who's only playing because he won it 35 years ago. So give me plus money on Martin Laird in the situation. I like it.
I have to follow up because I have only one plate and it's a worm burner. And you said it yourself. Good old Jason Day to make the cut minus 350.
Book it.
They said he hasn't even swung a club in practice. All he's focusing on is his putting. There's no issues with his back. It's simply trying to get his game right, short game right. I'm not worried about a withdrawal whatsoever. At minus 350, he's making the cut. Jason Day minus 350.
This is I'm probably gonna end up taking him top 22 after you talked about it because this is like the most I've ever been confident in him, and it's the longest odds you're ever gonna get with him, which is just crazy. Every time we take him every Masters, he's normally 35,
35,
40. We're getting 65 right now because there's so many young studs. Lock it up.
My worm burner tomorrow, I'm going to the hardwood of men. Give me the Miami Heat. I don't know.
Wow, the same one.
They're minus 8.5 against Lakers. I'll take it.
Wow, are they home?
And then, hey, WrestleMania, give me Roman Reigns to regain his title.
You know what I love
Minus
about
2.
that Heat worm burner? I'm gonna hold it up close for this one. Kyle, you know, like the headline when they show like the ESPN preview for the game, they show like the
it's
2
Kuzma.
faces of the players. And they put up Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, well, last time I saw it, they put up like Dennis Schroeder, so it's a
I
little
know, but
better.
they put up Kyle Kuzma. Airballs, free throws. Kyle Kuzma. He's trash. Disrespectful to the Heat. That's my worm burner as well. I love the Heat tomorrow night. I'm pounding them.
If you are them though, trying to like market their TV show, who are you gonna put up? Except when they don't have LeBron or Anthony Davis, who are you gonna put up that's actually playing in the game for the Lakers?
Well, I'm just not going to put them on ESPN.
It's not an option. They're on ESPN. You gotta cruise one. Exactly. That's my point.
Cantavius Caldwell-Pope.
That's even worse.
Kyle Kuzma is one of the worst players in the NBA.
All right. This is an argument for another day because
He's awful.
Okay.
You don't agree with that?
I don't
Do
think
we
he's
have any, bet the
more awful
farm?
than.
Put up Alex Caruso.
I think he's hurt too.
We have any bet the farm. See a lot of good golf matches.
That's all we got.
Bet the farm
I
time.
mean,
we gotta
like,
play
I
one.
feel like
next
for the
week.
Masters, we gotta give something.
The thing is, Miles won't take anything that's not NBA. So honestly,
not true.
we should just have our own bet the farm picks between the three of us. Because every time he's like, "You want to see my women's college basketball play?"
There's no women's college
There was
basketball
one.
anymore.
Some matchups.
Well,
Bryson.
Brandon may be the. I was gonna say
The
like,
Heat
but, like
tomorrow night, money line. I'm sure.
the
we
last
all
time the
go
three
live.
of us really liked we're not taking money line
Who were we
picks
all
that are
tonight?
minus 300 at
Minus 8.5.
Yeah, we all liked Cantlay the last time we did it. We had an outright winner. I took him over Finau due to that ball streak.
I'm really in on
Travis
Phil over IJP. I love that bet.
I'm a huge IGP fan.
I think that
think
he
about
the best he was gonna play was at the match play, and he still got bounced in the round of 16.
Siwoo over Matt Jones. I love that.
Eric's
I
not
actually
on
really like
Siwoo.
that too.
Eric's not on Siwoo.
Over Matt Jones.
I'm just,
Brandon's the only one here that is the Finau believer that would like him. over,
I bet on Cantlay. I'm all in on Cantlay. I'll
Yeah.
take Cantlay over Finau.
yeah, can't live with Fino.
Cantlay over Finau.
That's fine with me.
well,
Jared?
Tony Finau missed the cut last week for me, so fuck him.
yeah, I mean his driver's been
His
atrocious.
biggest weapon.
So when, we have
hands are
when his
clammy.
biggest weapon is gone, we hold hands, we look in the mirror, and say that's what we call a bet the farm.
I love how he just said look into the mirror.
I mean that is a mirror because no, it's not. I'm an idiot.
Did you see I covered my clammy ass hands for you?
It's all right.
Brandon's were extremely clammy today.
Dude, mine are the worst. They drip.
Yeah, I mean because you're always in sweat shorts and
17
a
jackets.
sweatshirt.
I'm freezing.
That's because he's on fire with his bets. Everybody
Here
at
we go.
home, we look forward to you guys winning, us winning, all of us sitting on a pile of hay, parlays with money on top.
Cheers.
It's been a pleasure.
Go get 'em,
Outro
boys.
music.